All right, folks, it's the Semiotician back tonight for some Legacy action. It's been a little bit since I've played Legacy because I've been on a huge pre-modern kick as of late. Um, to that end, if pre-modern is something that you're interested in, feel free to sub to the channel, especially if you've been finding your way over here primarily from the Doomsday Discord. Not all of the pre-modern videos that I will be posting will be Doomsday. I've been loving Stifle Knot, and I played a bunch more matches with it, and I plan to sit down and record a league soon for Stifle Knot, and then I plan to make some adjustments to the pre-modern Doomsday deck as well. So if you don't want to miss out on the pre-modern action, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and then you won't miss it. All right. The other thing I wanted to say is I'm going to experiment with a new means of editing. I have been put on to software that basically allows me to use it to cut out all of the dead space on my videos. Up to this point, I've been editing everything completely manually, which I thought that was just the way that you do it. I'm not experienced with these things. And basically, there's a program that allows me to speed up the dead air between the things that I say. So it will fast forward between my commentary, which I think might be neat because it will let you still see the gameplay continuously. So there won't be like abrupt cuts necessarily between game actions and whatnot. Or sometimes, right, like if my opponent just like skips their turn or like plays a land and passes, when I'm editing, I've got to like show parts of their turn by leaving in bits of the phases that they go through so it doesn't like break the continuity too much. So if you notice anything strange and bizarre about the editing on this video, please let me know. I'm still experimenting with the settings. I still don't know if it's something that I'm going to stick with or not. But because I've been editing everything by hand, editing has been taking longer, if not longer, than the act of recording the league, because I have to record the league and then I have to watch myself play the league and cut out all of the dead space. This means that if I can get it set up properly in such a way that it does the bulk of that editing for me, it might mean that I'll be able to actually put out more than one video a week, which I think would be pretty cool. But if you prefer more or less one video a week with the old style of semi editing, let me know in the comments, because I'm actually going to be garnering feedback. So I'm doing a practice run. I did a very poorly played, I think it was like my third Stifle Knot league. I'm in the process of running that through the system right now while I record this. So I'm going to see how that looks. And then use this one and that one as kind of test goes. Let me know what you think about it. I think it could be cool, and I think it might allow for more legacy and pre-modern action more frequently on the channel. In any case, let me know about that. I would really appreciate your feedback. In any case, let's get back to the action, the legacy action. Tonight, I have hijacked a list from M. Hamukai, which looks pretty freaking cool. This is a turbo Doomsday deck that, instead of running personal tutors, is actually playing Spoils of the Vault. And so we're going to be gambling tonight, folks. I imagine if you put 3 Spoils of the Vault in your deck, you are no longer just treating this card as a pile card. You are probably also treating this card as a 1-mana instant speed demonic tutor, which either gets you Force of Will, Doomsday, or Dark Ritual, depending on what you've already got. I think this might facilitate very quick routes to Doomsday, and so I'm excited to try it out. Leading into this strategy and the hyper turbo aspects of including a card like Spoils of the Vault, we have 4 copies of Daze. Usually you play 3 in Turbo Doomsday, but we are going to go up to the 4 because you become a good Daze deck when you put yourself in a position where Daze actually matters, either by wastelanding your opponent and like stifling their fetch lands in like the old school kind of way, or by just being so fast that your opponent isn't afforded the opportunity to play around Daze. And this deck is, I believe, utilizing that mentality, the latter mentality, rather than the former, that is. And to that end, also, we've got the 5th copy of Force of Will in Misdirection. What else is neat about this deck? Well, we've got some discard spells, the normal suite of cantrips, 2 oracles, Cabal Ritual, Lotus Petals, the classic 16 lands. In the sideboard, we have a pretty hefty creature juke, which looks pretty nice. We've got Murktides and Borrowgoyfs, depending on where we want to end up. We've got a consigned to memory for artifact style decks. We've got hide on the ceiling or spectral restitching, which can answer problematic permanents and creatures. We have an extra duress for combo kind of matchups, grindier matchups. We've got a Flusterstorm to that end as well. Hydroblast for red spells, Force of Negations, pretty self-explanatory. Tormod's Crypt as a free way to beat Endurance, and also being good against card decks like Oops All Spells. And then there's a Massacre in the deck, which my assumption is that this is for the Mardu Energy decks as a way to bide yourself some time, kill some Orcish Bowmasters and some other annoying cards. And anyways, I've already talked a little bit about Premodern and about editing, so I don't want to keep you all waiting too long here. I'm already in a league. Let's hop into a game and see what happens. Apparently this webcam is not focusing. I'm just noticing that now. I hope that it works itself out. There we go. I'm sorry if I was blurry for the whole introduction there. I don't know. Sometimes it hasn't been focusing. In any case, we've got an opponent. We're on the play here, and let's evaluate this hand. This hand, I mean, we're kind of missing the land, right, to cast Cabal Ritual. We don't have a Doomsday, and we don't even have a cantrip to find Doomsday. This is the kind of hand, I think, where you sit around and wait to die. We can Undercity Sewers off the Polluted Delta to help us get there, but the Lion's Eye Diamond kind of already makes this a mulligan, and so I want to look for something a little bit better. This isn't that much better in all honesty, but I think we're going to keep it. I think I'll bottom the Swamp, and I think I'll lead. I mean, I could lead on Ponder here, or I could just pass. I'm actually just going to pass and Surveil. I don't quite know what I'm pondering for just yet, and so yeah, let's see what our opponent's up to. Make a move accordingly afterwards. Mountain. Goblin Welder, huh? I'm going to let it go. That's pretty annoying, though. This isn't the kind of hand I want against Painter's Servant. Let's grab Undercity Sewers. There's Spoils of the Vault. I mean, I guess I'll take it, right? It gets us to Doomsday. I think the idea with this deck is that we are supposed to be firing the spoils beforehand. I mean, we could duress our opponent, but most of the things we want to duress, they can like weld back into play potentially. I guess we could take a Pyroblast or something. I think I'm just going to any order shuffle though. Drawing Dark Ritual there is excellent. So this lets us spoils for Doomsday. Let's see if we kill ourselves. The nice thing about spoils too is like it doesn't put the card on top of your deck. So we could also just like draw Brainstorm. Soul Guide Lantern's not going to affect us here. Pyroblast, obviously annoying as hell. Let's send it. Spoils of the Vault. Name Doomsday. It's been a while since I played Spoils. That we take a healthy 5. We discard the Lion's Eye Diamond, which is, I guess, a little bit annoying, isn't it? Never Lucky. Didn't draw the Cycler. So how do I want to carve this chicken now? Let's fetch. Let's go Underground Sea. Let's go Dark Ritual Doomsday. That'll put us to 7. Then they've got access to 3 mana, 4 mana. They would need, like, in order to activate Grindstone, they would need, and have Pyroblast, they would need more mana. 2 more mana, that is. We can beat 1 Pyroblast with this Force of Will. What if we just build a Spoils of the Vault pile? I don't know if that's smart or not. We can put Cavern in there. And then I kind of like to play an Unearth in this deck. That would be nice. I don't know really what else to put in here if we're going to go for the Spoils line. We could put an Island in there. I guess we can put a Duress in there. A Ponder, perhaps. So I'm going to go Oracle on the bottom, Cavern on top, Ponder, Duress, Spoils. I did stack 2 black cards there, which can be problematic if they have Grindstone. Sorry, my cat is going insane. Okay. Let's see what they end up doing here. I would prefer not to have to pass the turn again. But I would like to just draw spoils, cast it, and then put Oracle on the stack. There's probably more intricate piles we could have made that beat more combinations of things that they could have, but like they didn't know we were on Doomsday when they started this game. There's the extra mana source they need. Imperial Recruiter. I think I go no response. I have no idea what they could be recruiting for here. Painter's Servant. I think I just go no response on that too, right? They're going to choose blue. And now this is what they have: Simian, Spirit Guide, Pyroblast, but I've got Force of Will. The fact that they tapped out here just means that we don't really need to think all that much. Thassa's Oracle. Let's cast it. We've got Force of Will back up here. Yeah, they think they're being clever. They're going to need 2 of those, though. And you know what? I was supposed to pitch Polluted Delta. If they do have 2, I'm stupid. Okay, we got there. Wow. Okay, so Polluted Delta was blue. So I was supposed to pitch Polluted Delta to Force of Will. And then I still have Days Up if their last 2 cards are Simian Spirit Guide, Red Elemental Blast. So they tapped down to make us think that the coast was clear to just jam like that. And we had the answer. But that's just the power of Spoils of the Vault, I think. What a sweet Magic card. Okay, so against Painter, I think I want Hydroblast. Is Consigned to Memory even that good against Painter? Spectre Restitching is like interesting, but it dies to Red Elemental Blast. Honestly don't mind Barrogoyfs, I think, against Painter. And then is Consigned to Memory. It's probably fine. Wow, my cat is just like off the chain right now, guys. It's insane. I don't know if you can hear her whining like that, but yeah, it's great. God, Sophie. Her mom just left to go hang out with friends, and now she's probably like walking around with a string just moaning. Force of Will is pretty bad against our opponent's deck. We could just cut those. It's been so long since I've Doomsday, so I think I want these cards. I don't know that Barrogoyf is like actually that good, but I think it's fine. I don't really like Duraz. Days is kind of mediocre, but pitching a bunch of cards. So yeah, let's get rid of maybe all the Force of Wills, and you can call me crazy. Maybe keeping Dazes is like really stupid. I'm gonna keep a Thoughtseize perhaps. Honestly, being on the draw. Let's go like this. Leave in 2 discard spells. I'll cut all the Force of Wills. We're just going to go threat heavy. See if that works. I mean, I guess I'll keep this hand. It's honestly not the best. Painter's a hard one to navigate. Another Daze is pretty bad on the draw. I maybe was supposed to cut all of them. Having a bunch of cyclers isn't that bad. We are still looking for the Doomsday, though. I think I'm going to any order these because we do have a way to cast Doomsday. We're just more or less looking for the Doomsday. I'm going to hold this this Street Wraith for a little bit. It's not imperative that we cycle immediately, I don't think. This is Blood Moon. Okay, Goblin Engineer, I guess is fine. So they are going to be able to weld in whatever they tutor for here. I'm not going to, I mean, I can daze it, but like, what do you want from me? They get the Dragon Engine, just burning their mana. Okay, attacking for 1. So we're going to crack into a fresh library here. Let's play this. I think I'm going to Brainstorm now. The opponent's tapped down. Ooh. Let's get rid of Thassa's Oracle. I mean, I could just slam Barrogoyf off 2 petals here. And then if that's what I was doing, I could keep double Daze. And then I would want to like get rid of probably Street Wraith. So yeah, let's go Lotus Petal, Underground Sea, Barrogoyf, pass the turn. It's a 5/6, so it actually eats the Dragon Engine too, which is pretty awesome. All right, another Welder. That's fine. Now they're just stonewalled by the Barrow. They might have like a bunch of Pyroblasts in their hand. Okay, let's play Delta. Start by attacking. I assume they'll throw a Welder in front. There's no way they let this through. So we'll start swallowing their creatures. Let's just look for another Barrogoyf. Huh, there's Doomsday. We could throw the pivot on him. I'm going to take the Doomsday, but I actually don't think I'm going to cast it. Use Ponder's ability, no. I could jam Doomsday here, but I think I'm going to let them think about this Baragoi for a little bit. That could be a coward's play, but we'll see. So far, our opponent seems to just have a bunch of Goblin Welders. We need to make sure we fetch an end step here. Pick up the Undercity Sewers. Just looking for that Hydro Blast at this point. Let's bottom island. Let's go to our turn. Swamp, yay. Well, that lets us cast Doomsday even through Magus. They're just letting this through. That seems crazy to me. So now we just get another Barrogoyf. The boys multiply. We can think about Doomsday the moment we, like, draw some kind of cantrip or way to crack into the pile. What is this? A Simian Spirit Guide, sure. Opponent just does not have any artifacts, it seems. They do have a bunch of mana, so these dazes are so bad. Maybe we can find a spot for them. Let's attack with both of our Barrogoyfs. I guess there's like a world, right, where they can just paint or grindstone me in one turn, which I need to be cognizant of. And I don't have a lot of recourse against that at this juncture. So maybe I am supposed to Doomsday. Surgical Extraction, Hydroblast, sure. Got one of those in the deck. Right, yeah, they can have all of these pesky things. This is why I'm, like, apprehensive to slam the Doomsday. But now they know about the Doomsday, so the surprise factor that it brings along is not as prevalent. We can beat Painter Grindstone with the cards that we have here. What is this? This is an Unearth on the Dragon Engine. I mean, I can double daze. Oh, no, I can't. Because it's literally an ability. Right. That is how that works. Okay. Pyroblast Mountain, draw 3 cards, and they scoop. Okay. What were we finding? I didn't think that I was close to winning that game, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. In any case, let's not dwell on that, and let's move on to the next one. I gotta say though, we got to try out the spoils right off the bat there. Maybe we just don't even bother playing anymore. We did the thing. There was no need to say another word, as Jack Kerouac once said. Wowee. Reeplecheap. Is this a Pox player? I think Reeplecheap went to the same university as me as well. Reeplecheap played the Curses deck, I believe, during the pandemic. I know they're a Pox aficionado as well. I mean, Spoils gets Doomsday. Let's keep. We can Thoughtseize on 1. We could even just pass and Spoils. But that seems a little risky. I think I like taking a Lay of the Land first. Maybe Thoughtseize can punch a hole in some of their effects. Maybe I was supposed to get basic Swamp, actually, if this is indeed Pox, but we shouldn't just assume, right? No, it's Pox. They have the Wasteland. So, yeah, it should have got basic Swamp. Double Witherbloom Command, Orcish Bowmasters. Well, we'll take the Bowmasters with the Thoughtseize. We're going to get Wastelanded. Then we're going to have to figure out how to proceed. Fire off that Wasteland. I guess I should have gotten basic Swamp. We'll draw for turn. It is a Leon Demond. Leon Demond. We'll just pass here. I don't think I'm going to duress taking Witherbloom Command just yet. The Eumidian Hatchery. Let us surveil, I think. I want to keep the cards coming, keep the flavor pumping, you know? We need to maximize card flow. A land sounds decent. A fetch land at that. This is going to let us fire this Brainstorm. We find the Doomsday. So now we can like win with Lion's Eye Diamond. Ooh. Okay, let's get rid of Duress. And maybe consider. We'll pass. We're going to hope they don't get Wasteland. Play out Boseiju, that's good for us. Witherbloom Command, mill 3, and they'll drain. They're going to return Wasteland to their hand, so we would love to find a mana source here. I guess binning Daze and keeping Consider would have allowed us to play to that out, so I've made a subtle error there as well. If we find Dark Ritual, We can still get there. We do not find the Dark Ritual. So now we're going to get Wastelanded, which puts us behind again. They're assuredly going to Wasteland us. So I think that means we go like this. It says it doesn't put us in a better position. They're not Wastelanding us. They're smallpoxing. That's even worse. Oh my gosh, dudes. Okay, let's discard Daze, sack Underground Sea. They're going to sack Hatchery, put some dudes into play, and then jam Hogak. So yeah, I've lost the thread on this one. Yeah, I've lost the way that I stacked the Ponder. Just everything here is shit. So I need to spoils for Dark Ritual now. Yeah, spoiling for Dark Ritual will still be good for us. If we get there without dying, that is. I've got faith. Yeah, and make sure we didn't hit the oracles. So yeah, we're good. Dude, this spoils is sick. Can I even Thoughtseize? I think I can. So let's hit them with Thoughtseize. They've just got double Witherbloom command. We'll go Dark Ritual. We'll go Doomsday. Doomsday's going to put us to 1. We just need Edge, Oracle, Consider, Street Wraith. I mean, these other cards just don't matter. Done. Let's put Cavern on the bottom with Oracle on top, followed by Street Wraith, Consider. Oh no, have I actually fucked this up? The cards did matter. I only have 1 land, so I can't double edge. No, we're still good. We're still good. I'm so glad I caught that, though. It's been a while since I've played Doomsday. Getting a little sloppy. Fear not, we have corrected course. Getting a little sloppy. All right, again, showing the power of Spoils of the Vault as just an incredible Magic card. Got him. That probably meant... So in my head, I just locked Spoils into being my way to get through the pile. I'm sure I could have done all that a turn sooner if I wasn't dumb. You know, this is why I don't have a Patreon. Let's see here. What do I honestly want against Pox? I guess Tormod's Crypt is fine. I don't think I really want to be Barrow-goyfing into their... Barrow-goyfing or Murktiding, rather, into their hatcheries. Force of Negation is strong against Pox. It's possible that Flusterstorm's decent against Pox. Maybe Spectral Restitching or Consign to Memory are considerations as well. So Flusterstorm counters the card Smallpox. So I actually don't mind that. We've got all the spoils, which lets us beat Endurance that way. So let's cut Thoughtseizes and Duress like that. And I mean, I guess we don't need Cavern of Souls really in our deck, so they're not going to counter us. We're on the draw. Massacre, we're not going to get popping off. I guess we can bring in a Consign. Maybe Consign does something at some point. Reaple Cheap is on the play. We have the Consign. This is not the best hand for fighting against Pox. It sucks, like, mulliganing hands like this. Reaple's on the mull. I'll keep. We'll jam a slower game here. I don't think it's advisable, but a hand like this does do a couple of things. It's also pretty, yeah, like if we just get Thoughtseized, it's kind of good against Thoughtseize because it's not a good hand. They'll take Brainstorm, I assume. Against which we'll probably fire a Ponder. Probably like, how did he keep this? Thoughtseize is done. Moving along. They took Ponder over Brainstorm, which is fascinating. What does that mean? It means they have Orcish Bowmasters, which they're going to try to set up for here. I'm just going to play Misty, pass. Pass the turn. Opponent can Smallpox us. They can play Wasteland and pass with Bowmaster's Wasteland up. Draw Lotus Petal. I don't really want to walk into this Bowmasters, so I'm just going to pass here. If they fire the Wasteland... Okay, so there's Orcish Bowmasters. Now we're going to fire our Brainstorm. Daze was a sick pickup. Flusterstorm, I think, is also sick here. I mean, Edge of Autumn cracks into the pile. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm in a daze here. Maybe I'm supposed to put back Edge and Consign, or Edge and Underground Sea. But they're going to Wasteland me, so having Edge isn't bad either. I guess they're not necessarily going to Wasteland me if I daze here. Now we're protecting our land. They're fetching. Underground Mortuary. Milling Ghost Quarter is slightly terrifying. I forget what I put on top. I hope I put Edge on top. Let's go Underground Sea. Let's go Lotus Petal. I think I'm going to fire the Doomsday. So I've got land. They've got Wasteland out. So if they double Wasteland me, then I need like Lotus Petal, Oracle, Street Wraith, Lotus Petal, Oracle, Street Wraith. Could do like a double Oracle pile. I'd prefer not to come to that. I guess I can do Edge. Our mana's a little tight here to do spoils to beat Endurance. So let's go Lotus Petal on the bottom, Street Wraith on top. Street Wraith, Edge. Pass the turn. Oh. Only for 3 of them. I forgot they could do that. 3 puts me to 6. There's only 2 Street Wraiths, so we're still fine to get through our pile. 3 puts me to 6. The Street Wraiths put me to 2. Force of Will puts me to 1. If this is Withered Bloom command, I can just let all the cards resolve. Yeah, so Withered Bloom command mills my 3 cyclers, and then my deck is Oracle. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, no, they're damaging me. This is not fine, folks. Or maybe we're not dead. Okay, they don't have that. I don't think we're dead, actually, because I put the Lotus Petal underneath. I did that on purpose as well. Sorry, this is a roller coaster of emotions. I could have Force of Willed that. I'm not going to. We're still fine here. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. So then we've got Force of Will up. They got Fatal Push. And I've got Flusterstorm. Sorry, had a minor... What did I do? Did I click the wrong card? Somehow Flusterstorm my own... I need a drink of water or something. Okay, we got there. That was kind of embarrassing, though. What did I do wrong there? So I should have checked both modes of the Withered Bloom command. I forgot that it was also draining me. That didn't matter. I also shouldn't have Flusterstorm my own Flusterstorm with Flusterstorm. That was a misclick. And maybe there was something else I wasn't supposed to have done. But beyond that, I think we're fine. We're 2-0-4-0 somehow. It's been something of a long day for me today. My car actually broke down this morning, so I've been towing things, running all over the place to try to get it fixed. So I'm a little exhausted from all of that. I won the die roll. I would like to play first, but that's not going to stop me from playing Doomsday. This hand, though, damn, it's so close to being just the Nutter Butters, isn't it? We would really need a land for this thing to pop off. I'm going to mulligan. I don't think I want to take a risk like that. Oof, this is a no-lander. So we're going to 5. Looks like the undefeated record is about coming to an end. I will keep this. Let's bottom Edge of Autumn. We're on the play, so maybe Days is good. think, yeah, let's just bottom Undercity Sewers. I could just play Undercity Sewers, obviously. Having double days might be good depending on what they're up to. It could also be very bad. Verdant Catacombs, Lotus Petal. I have no idea what this means. Doomsday, perhaps? I'm not going to go for the Surveil just yet. Duress is kind of sick. I'll brainstorm here. I don't even think I necessarily needed to brainstorm, but let's put back a daze, and I guess Duress. Yeah, brainstorming there was goofy. I feel like every game action I've taken tonight has been just horrible. Okay, let's see what they're up to here. Okay, yeah, so this is a Doomsday Mirror. They're going to brainstorm in response. I think that's fine. Wow, my brainstorm was so bad. My brainstorm was so bad. I should have just duressed and passed, I think. Okay, let's see here. What are they cooking with? Oh, it's a storm. I mean, I guess I take silence, right? Let's take silence. Just because that can allow them to pop off through force of will, potentially. Dark Ritual's fine. Dark Ritual's fine. What have they found? Beseech the Mirror with 1 black floating. And then they still got double gamble. I think I'll go for a force pitch daze on it. We've just got 1 card left in our hand now. Draw for turn. It is a Thoughtseize. I'll start by considering. I guess Brainstorm's fine. I will Thoughtseize them though. So we'll take a gamble. Pass. Okay, they're passing. We're going to draw Undercity Sewer. So they hit a card on top as well. Oh, it was Beseech that they hit on top. So I could jam Undercity Sewers, or I could just like pass the turn. Probably jamming Undercity Sewers is fine. I don't think I want to brainstorm just yet. I'll keep the Force of Will on top. Hopefully we can fade another draw here. Opponent plays Undercity Sewers. They bin Opal, and they pass. We really just need to find a Doomsday to end this game. I'm going to pass yet again with Force Blue card up. But ever so slowly, our opponent is clawing themselves out of this their poor position. I could brainstorm now. I think I will. Okay. I mean, now we're shields down, but I think I just send Doomsday at this point. So let's put both of those back. And we're just going to hope that they can't claw out of it one more time. So yeah, we can just go for Oracle, Spoils of the Vault, Force of Will, and Brainstorm maybe? If they echo us, we're obviously just dead. That much is true. If they echo us, we are just dead. I'm sure that's what's going to happen, but oh, they can't silence in our upkeep either. Let's play Spoils of the Vault. Let's go Thassa's Oracle, and let's jam it. All right. Against Storm, you say. Tormod's Crypt actually seems kind of sick. Duress seems pretty sick. Consign, Flusterstorm, Force of Negation, and Hydroblast. I actually like Hydroblast, I think. Why do I like Hydroblast? I like it because it can counter Gamble, which can get that stupid dragon, which is the bane of our existence. So that's 7 skippers that we're looking for here. We can definitely cut Cavern of Souls, Caverne. We don't need Cabal Ritual. Misdirection's probably dece against their Thoughtseizes, if that's something that they're going to be bringing in against us. Since we're a Spoils of the Vault deck, I do think we can trim on the edge of Autumns. We're on the draw, so trimming a daze doesn't sound like the worst idea. We could trim a Spoils of the Vault, but that kind of allows us to get our juicers, right? Maybe misdirection's not that good. I'm trying to think, like, what do we want to be misdirecting? We want to be misdirecting just Thoughtseize, really. So let's cut that. We'll keep the cyclers. We could cut one spoils, but I'm not a huge fan of that. I guess I can cut a Lodi pad, and we'll submit like this. Now we draw Doomsday, and this hand's a win. This isn't the best hand to have. We're probably just going to get wheeled anyways. Good. Okay, good. You'll love to see this. Oh, maybe not good. Oh, they might just have dragon. I guess I was supposed to board in Murktide, actually. So let's go Underground Sea. Thoughtseize target you. Hexing Squelcher, super annoying here. So I guess we kind of just have to take the Squelcher. That changes kind of the texture of this matchup, doesn't it? I'm going to cycle Street Wraith. And then I'm going to play Lotus Petal. And I'm actually going to Ponder here. Well, there's Doomsday and Island. Ponder, Doomsday, Island on top, use Ponder's ability. No, let's draw Islands, let's pass. The fact that we kept should be a show of strength to our opponent, which maybe will keep them from necessarily jamming their Echo here. So they're brainstorming. We'll let the brainstorm resolve. And we're going to try to punch a win here if we can. They are passing. That's got to be good. Do I just say the dragon doesn't exist, I think, and just go for the Bob's your uncle? If they dragon me, then they drew their one of right off the top, right? Lion's Eye Diamond, Thassa's Oracle, consider Street Wraith, done. Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. Street Wraith on top, then the other skippers. We fire Brainstorm and see if they drew their dragon. We put Ponder there, Consider on top. We go Lion's Eye Diamond, Cycle Street Wraith, hold priority, triple blue. Gotta hope you don't got your dragon, opponent. Oh, they're gonna silence me? I guess that's something they can do, right? But if they're going for a silence, this is not the time to silence. Not a silence. It's Veil of Summer to look for dragon. Oh, cracking for white. That's a good play. It's a good play. We had to just go for it here, though. All right, we are 3-0 with Hamukai Doomsday. 3-0-6-0, actually. Sick. All right. So opponent made an excellent play there at the end by putting Veil on the stack, cracking LED for triple white, and then it gives him the out of either drawing Silence or the Hellkite, which we just can't ever beat. Also, I had a thought. I didn't put it into practice. I actually think that with the existence of Hexing Squelcher, Turbo Doomsday needs to play an answer to it. So we have Hydroblast in our sideboard, but you might need, you need to have a way to answer Hexing Squelcher, because Hexing Squelcher single-handedly overturns the hyper control combo killer modality of Doomsday, where you just try to never let your opponent resolve something. It actually means, I think, that we need to have at least one, but maybe even preferably two answers to a resolved Hexing Squelcher for matchups where, like Storm, where you would prefer to counter all of their things and play control, or you adopt a more turbo posture, I guess, and just try to kill before they kill you. Just a thought I had. Don't know if it's correct, but it's a thought I had. All right, we got an opponent here. Oh. Yamaro. This might be a Doomsday player. Let's hit them with the good luck. Have fun. It's either Doomsday or Tempo, I think. It's giving Demir vibes. On the play yet again. Are we Exo and die rolls as well? I can't remember. Brainstorm fixes all. I think I'll keep. It's a little risky, just hanging at a UC like this. I could sack this Street Wraith, but I don't want to give up the gun as to what I'm on, so I'm just going to go Underground Sea pass, and if they are going to Wasteland me, then that sucks. Flooded Strand into Underground Sea. Yep. Giving Demir. Well, let's brainstorm. Shanike is. Let's put Lion's Eye Diamond with Fours of Will on top They won't see force. And then we'll see how we want to proceed from there. So they took consider from me. Very well. We've got our own consider. Street Wraith plus Undercity Sewers. Got Force Pitch Thoughtless Oracle plus Daze. So we're feeling rather secure. There was also an argument to just jamming Oracle there, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. Oracle's like great against Orcish Bowmaster strikes. Another Thoughtseize. Yeah, this will tell us a little bit about what they've got cooking. They slammed that Force of Will so fast. So I do believe our opponent beyond the Doomsday. Okay, let's bin Edge of Autumn. That is not the skipper we're looking for. Nor really is Lotus Petal. Okay, let's play Boss's Oracle. Let's put Doomsday on top of our deck. And I think we'll just pass yet again here. Opponent with the double Thoughtseize. They're going to grab Undercity Sewers here. Bitter Triumph. Okay, so this is UB Temp. Dothe. Yeah, Dothe's fine. They're going to have Force for this Doomsday, obviously. Force, pitch, Force. No response. Okay. Ponder is fine. Attacking, taking 3. Oh, they've got Kaito, huh? Okay. That turns our days on. Misdirection, unfortunately, is not the skipper. I think I'll cycle this Wraith now. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Maybe I wasn't supposed to slam Doomsday so quick. Oh, this is kind of funny. Do the old misdirection on the Thoughtseize on the way out. What did they? They discarded Tamio. They kept the Voidwalker. So if I take 4 off Kaito, I go to 10, I Doomsday to 5. They're tapping this down anyways. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty well cooked here. Cooked, as the kids say. All right. On to the next one. The first blood. Man, I kind of hate Dimir Tempo so much. What a stupid deck. Just these Dimir decks have just always kind of been the bane of my existence, right? We could bring in all the creatures against them. Playing creatures against them, though, seems so bad to me. There's also a world where we just bring in, like, Duress Flusterstorm for game 2 and then try to creature them for game 3. I think that's what I'll try to do. We're going to be on the play here, so we kind of just want all the skippers, right? Cabal Ritual and maybe 1 Spoils. That's what I'll do. Just a little sideboard, and then we'll go for the full juke on the next game, potentially. This... I'm actually going to keep this hand. It's very bad against Wasteland, but it's pretty resilient against Thoughtseize. Dodge the Wasteland. That's good. We've got the Misdirection as well. We'll deploy Lotus Petal. And I think, honestly, I'm just going to pass. There's no sense in firing this Brainstorm. Okay. The Wasteland is annoying. Change target to target spell with a single target. Man, if this could redirect the Wasteland, how sick would that be? I guess we're brainstorming in upkeep. And I guess we're putting Doomsday back. And then we're just going to send it. Dark Ritual, Doomsday with double Force of Will backup. It's just in, huh? It is just in. That is crazy, right? Island, Swamp, Oracle, Cavern. Brainstorm, maybe? Yeah, not 100% sure about this. Oracle, Cavern, Swamp, Brainstorm, Island. And maybe the Brainstorm is supposed to be a Ponder, actually. Tamiyo's fine. Let's play island. It's going to be Kaito. That will be annoying if they have Kaito here. They don't. Okay. Let's just fire Brainstorm. Crack Clue. They must have like infinite consigns, right? Tamiyo's attacking. We'll draw Cavern of Souls. Start with a duress here. They're going to daze the duress. No response. I'll just pay. Now they're going to Force of Will. So now I can Force of Will pitching. I guess I'm going to misdirection Flusterstorm. And I'll misdirect the Force of Will back to misdirection. Okay. We'll take Consign to Memory. We'll pass. And then we got to hope that they don't find another consign, I guess. If they find another consign, we're dead. Otherwise, we win. That is scary as all hell. I got to force. We just gotta... Yeah, so if they drew consign plus him, then fuck me, I guess. We go to 6. Let's draw. Let's do this. Let's name Merfolk. Blue. Cast an uncounterable Oracle. All right, we got there. We're going to game 3. So they kept all of their removal in. So now, like, I could juke to Barrogoyfs if I wanted to, because they saw my deck. What do I think about that? What do I think about that? I could bring in the Murktides at the very least. I'm on the draw. So we can cut a couple of dazes maybe. I don't even think I'm going to bring in the Barrows. Yeah, I think we'll just bring in 2 Murktides. We'll keep. This hand has a plan. It's got mana. It folds to a Thoughtseize on 1, but opponent is just passing. Spoils of the Vault, so funny. I don't necessarily want to be casting that old chestnut just yet. I'm going to get basic Swamp. I'm going to Thoughtseize my opponent. Him to Turok. Force of Will. Ponder Fatal Push. I guess I'm taking him. Him kind of lights us up here. They do still have a Force of Will in their hand, but not a lot beyond that. So this Murktide we could maybe get there with, depending on how things shake out. Okay, so they found a Tamiyo, playing Underground Sea. They're passing the turn. We should know the contents of their hand here. Drawing another land. Let's go like this. I'm just going to pass. Tamiyo's in. Flooded Strand down. 1 unknown card. It is a Brainstorm. Brainstorm's going to flip the Tamiyo. I think that's fine, but it's also going to change the contents of their hand. I think I'll let that go. Not 100% sure about this. Okay, they're flipping Tamiyo. They're plussing Tamiyo. We're going to go Delta, Undercity Sewers, another Force of Will. Graveyard. Go to our turn, draw another land. That's quite unfortunate. Let's play Murktide. Murktide's just in. I don't know if that terrifies me or not. Clue cracking, I assume. There's Ponder. I assume this Fatal Push is probably gone. Return him. Sure. Play him. Sure. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good him for us. Wasteland. Sure. We need something juicy here. Edge of Autumn does not qualify as juicy. Let's get this Tamiyo off the battlefield. Then I think now is a pretty good time to brainstorm. This was a kind of a pretty shit brainstorm though. Let's put back Edge of Autumn, Underground Sea, deploy Verdant Catacombs. Let's duress our opponent. Guess I have to take Kaito now. Kaito's going to come down and stun. Kaito's going to come down and stun the skipper. Now they're going Pondering. They've got a lot of answers in their deck for this dragon, of course. Taking Dark Ritual over Force of Will. Okay. Let's fetch and upkeep, grab Underground Sea, draw for turn. It's merely a land. Let's attack you for 5. I guess I'll play it. I could feign having Force blue card, but I think I'd rather just put my land out. Opponent is passing here. Oh my god, dude. We've drawn so many lands this game. We're still on a 3-turn clock. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to keep playing these lands out, honestly. Looks like they found something. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. Might not be good enough. Let's draw, ponder. I don't want to feed anything to the Voidwalker now. I'm just going to attack and pass. Now they can't Force of Will, which is actually pretty sick. We might have just navigated ourselves to victory here. I've got to Force of Will this so that they can't ponder off of Voidwalker. And we got there. Nice. All right, baby. Beat Dimir Tempo in round 4, and we are on for the trophy here, guys. This is kind of exciting. It's been a while since we've had a trophy match, I think. Or maybe I had a trophy match with the Esper video recently. I can't remember. How long have we been going for here? Only an hour and 29 minutes to the joys of Turbo Doomsday. That was a really fun game against UB Temp. The Murktide actually got us there. Yeah, we had to Force of Will the him to Turok there because it puts Ponder into the Void, which can then let them find Tamiyo to chump block. So if they like pondered into Tamiyo plus Bitter Triumph or something, or like Kaito, we would have been absolutely like cooked, right? Got to put that the ponder into exile via Force of Will so that it doesn't go into said void. All right, we've got a trophy match opponent. It's going to be HaRAIN. It is HaRAIN. I knew it was going to be HaRAIN. All right. We got HaRAIN. I just had a feeling. I even said it. Okay, so we're playing against HaRAIN. I have no idea what they're playing. I haven't turned on their stream tonight because they started streaming about when I started recording. We've got Duress, Daze, Brainstorm, a bunch of lands. All right. This hand's not that good. It's like a Brainstorm save me kind of hand. I have no idea what they're up to. We're on the draw. I guess I'll keep it. All right. HaRAIN. Oh my god. Eldrazi Temple. Not like this. So they've got Thought-Knot here. I'm actually just cooked. Okay, let's see. I could duress them. I could take a Kozilek's command. Then I'm just gonna get cooked. So yeah, let's just go like this. We're gonna pass. Hopefully they can't uncounterably cast their Thought-Knot here. Planner Nexus into Grim Monolith. Do we take a Daze here? Now I don't know what's going on. I think I'll let this go, actually. I could Daze that, but like, then I'm behind on mana. I'd rather just grab Undercity Sewers here. Let's get that freaking land out of here. Any Spoils of the Vaults in the house? Let's cast a Brainstorm. Okay, doke. Let's put, I guess, Edge of Autumn, Swamp back, and then I'm not actually sure what this little skipper's up to, so I'm gonna duress Karn, Thought-Knot Seer, Ulamog. Oh, okay, we'll take Karn. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. So they're on like some kind of post Eldrazi. Very well. So yeah, we're certainly getting Thought-Knot Seared here. Yeah. Yep. Now we're just gonna get beaten down by a 4-4. Take brainstorm, pass. Thoughtseize. That is not necessarily the best. Let's ponder. Let's go, I guess, any order shuffle on those. We just draw the misdirection anyways. Okay, I'm gonna hold the baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are they 1 mana away from this Ulamog? God, second Thought Not Seer. Sure. They gotta take Thoughtseize. Take Street Wraith. Okay. Guess that makes sense. Trust Swamp, dude. Guess I've got a Thoughtseize to take the Ulamog. We'll pass. We're just gonna get absolutely cooked here by these Thought Not Seers. War Cloud Post. Draw. All right. Well, the deck crapped out on us there. But we didn't really keep the best of hands either. Against Cloud Post Eldrazi. The heck do we want? Probably Consign, like Force of Negation. Kind of don't mind bringing in the Barrogoyfs, honestly. Let's cut Misdirection. Let's get these cards out of here. Preordained strikes me as a little potential goofball. The Dazes, we're going to be on the play here, so Daze can be decent on the play. In fact, on the play, I think I don't want Barrogoyfs. I think I want to cut all of those, potentially, and I'll keep my Dazes in, and then, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this for when we're on the play. Oof, these hands, man. I'm going to mulligan. This one doesn't seem good enough for Eldrazi. I mean, I guess I'll keep this. I'm going to keep... I'll bottom Undercity Sewers. I've got the island already in hand, so I'm just going to go Island Ponder, looking for Doomsday. Spoils of the Vault is kind of funny. Getting punished with this island potentially here. Let's see what HaRAIN's got. If they've got, okay, just Cloud Post, that's great for us. Spoils of the Vault. We're going to pass the turn. I guess this is 4 mana. They Thought Not Seer me. Chalice on 0. Sure. Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1. No response. Go to end step. I think I'll just get Underground Sea. Let's Spectral Restitch the Chalice. Polluted Delta. Let's fetch Underground Sea. Let's cast Spoils of the Vault. Name Doomsday. Okay, it was just on top. Then let's go Dark Ritual Doomsday. We'll go Thassa's Oracle, Force of Will. So we'll have to edge into the force, then we'll have 2 lands left. So Street Wraith, Edge. We'll go Oracle on the bottom with Edge on top. We'll go Wraith, Force, go to combat. Spectre Restitching will come back. Chalice comes in. We'll pass the turn. We've got another Cloud Post. Do they have double flute? This will be the question. Okay, got that one. I actually don't think I want Barrogoyfs against this iteration of Eldrazi, because they're not like hammering me, right? In that case, I think the deck's probably perfect. Yeah, Spectral Restitching was sick there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. I'm not going to make any changes here. This one's a little risky. I mean, the dazes are, obviously we could have cut dazes, I guess, for Barrogoyfs, but I don't necessarily think I want to do that. We're not going to keep that one, though. There's not enough going on. This one we can keep. We'll bottom Cavern of Souls. And yeah, let's see what happens. Ancient Tomb, Sorcerer's Spyglass. This artifact, looking at opponent's hand, then choose a card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So they're going to shut off my Misty Rainforest here? Or are they going to name a Cycler? Like, I have 3 Spoils of the Vault in my deck, HaRAIN. I don't care if you name a Cycler, I don't think. Spyglass. You love to see it. Sometimes you draw the skipper. Okay, so how do I want to do this now? Underground Sea. I don't think they're a Wasteland deck if they're playing the Cloud Posts and everything, right? Underground Sea, Polluted Delta, Thassa's Oracle. I mean, I could just go Bob's Your Uncle. If I go Lion's Eye Diamond, Thassa's Oracle. And so I would draw LED. Maybe something like this. Okay. Thought-Knot Seer. Let's go Force Pitch Force. And then we'll just kill with Preordain here. Hold Control. Cast Preordain. Crack that for triple blue. We go top, draw, cycle, cast. And Bob is your uncle. Nice. The trophy. We got there. We got there. You love to see it. That is dope. I love getting me a beautiful trophy with the Doomsday. Hamukai, must I say. I actually think this deck is sick. I actually really like this deck. I think Spoils of the Vault was incredible. I mean, obviously, we played against some good matchups, but yeah, that was just awesome. 1 second, just taking a quick image here, and then we'll debrief. All right, that is awesome, guys. I love to see a nice trophy. This is sick. This deck was awesome. I really think this was a great league. I think I started out a little bit sketchball. I made a couple of errors in some of the early games that we didn't get punished for. So thank you for bearing with those. Shout out to my Japanese Doomsday brothers, Wakama, Hamukai. This is amazing. You'll love to see this, everybody. This is just some incredible deck building. Spoils of the Vault over Personal Tutor. I mean, that's just kind of the stuff that dreams are made of. I think I'm going to actually go order 2 more foils Spoils of the Vaults right now. This is so sick. I really liked this deck. I actually really liked the way that this deck felt. Everybody, if you enjoyed the trophy match with Hamukai's Doomsday, consider liking the video, dropping a subscription to the channel. The goal is to reach 1,000, and the Premodern Doomsday video has been popping off. So thank you so much for your support on that. We increased almost 10 subscribers. And so yeah, this was sick. A beautiful trophy run with the Dark Ritual Doomsday. This is the Semiotician signing out. Until next time, God bless. Cheers.